At some point, you stopped moving sideways. Life stopped asking, and your body adapted. It said, straight lines only. Today I'm going to break down what happens to your body when you stop moving laterally, and more importantly, what changes when you start again. We have 6 systems. Let's go. Now, before we jump into the anatomy and the science, it's good to get across that there are 2 types of lateral movement, and we want to train both. Controlled lateral movement slows force down, absorbs it, stabilizes it. This builds your foundation, hip stability, ankle control, knee tracking. This is where everyone should start. And then explosive lateral movements absorb force and immediately you redirect it. Quick ground contacts, maximum energy return. This is what builds the athlete. Most people over 30 have neither. We're gonna build both with this program. So let's jump right into system 1. This is the one that most people have been ignoring their whole life. The hip abductors. Your hip abductors are the engine of every lateral movement. Every step sideways, every cut, every direction change. They control it all. After 30, most people are trained forward squats, deadlifts, lunges, all straight ahead, all sagittal plane. And that means the abductors barely ever get touched. And if they never get touched, you're already doing all of your lateral movements in a deficit. That's where you have knee injuries, you have ankles that roll, all of those issues come out. So this is your foundation. And now system 2, and this is where a strong squatter can still completely fall apart when they try to start moving in that lateral plane. Most training happens in one direction, forward and backward. The frontal plane or side to side motion is almost completely ignored. And that's exactly where most people break down. A knee that tracks perfectly in a squat can completely collapse the moment you ask it to move sideways. Frontal plane stability teaches your hips, knees, and ankles to control force in every direction, not just forward, every direction. And system 3 is where most weekend warriors get hurt, and it is completely preventable. The ankle and the knee are the shock absorbers of lateral movement. Every lateral step loads them differently than forward movement does. Most people's ankles and knees have been trained exclusively for forward loading. The moment you ask them to absorb lateral force, they have no preparation for it. That's why ankles roll on a simple sidestep. That's why knees ache after a weekend pickup game. Quick lateral line hops or speed agility ladders are conditioning them for the stimulus that you apply during those games or matches. Use them or lose them. System 4 is probably the most important system and almost no one is trained it, but don't jump to this step. Make sure you're doing the foundation 1, 2, and 3. Now, most lateral injuries don't happen during the movement. They happen during the stop or the deceleration, the plant, the cut, the moment that you have to change direction at speed. Your body has to absorb all that lateral momentum in a fraction of a second. If you haven't trained that, and most people haven't, that's exactly where the knees buckle and the ankles give out. Now that deceleration under lateral load is exactly what's going to keep you healthy from knee injuries, ankle injuries, and keep you on the court or on the field. That's what you want, especially after you're 30 and those injury risks start creeping up on you. And now system 5 is exactly the difference between someone that moves and someone that moves athletically. Lateral movement is a nervous system skill. Your brain has to process direction, predict force, coordinate multiple joints simultaneously in a fraction of a second. When you stop training lateral movement, your nervous system stops practicing that coordination. You start noticing that movements become a little choppier, hesitation starts creeping in, and that is the trust of the system. You're losing it. So every single rep, every agility, every footwork drill, that's you building that trust, making that deposit, that you're gonna be able to move athletically at a confident level again here in the near future. And just like our landing video, which you haven't seen yet, make sure you watch that video as well. Level 6 is the destination. This is what we're trying to get to. Everything we've talked about builds towards one thing: a body that can move laterally with power, speed, and complete confidence. Reactive lateral power is what makes you feel athletic again. Not stronger, but more athletic. And this is the destination. Make sure you do steps 1 through 5, but I will see you in no time at level 6. And now we dive into our progressions, and we have 4 of them again, so do not skip. We work through section 1 all the way to level 4. You don't skip sections as you work through this. Before we move laterally at speed, we activate the muscles that control it: the hip abductors, the glute medius, the lateral stabilizers. Most people have spent decades ignoring these muscles. Simple, controlled, non-negotiable, 2 sets of 12 to 15, both directions, every session. Now we add the stability challenge: single leg work, lateral hops, and the agility ladder. Your ankles and knees learning to control lateral force. This is where most people over 30 find their biggest gap. 3 sets of 8 to 10 each side, control every rep. Now we add speed and teach your body to stop. Lateral shuffle to a full stick, the 5-10-5, the T drill. Hard plant, full control, every rep. 3 sets, full recovery, quality over speed every time. This is the destination. Continuous lateral bounds, shuffle sprints, explosive direction changes, quick ground contact, maximum lateral power. This is what makes you feel athletic again. Not stronger, athletic. 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps, 2 minutes of rest, twice a week. Every session starts with stage 1. Never skip it. Progress through your current stage, leave your ego out of it. The activation work looks easy. It isn't if we're doing it right. And skipping it is exactly how people get hurt. Your body was meant to move in every direction, and most of us stopped. So let's get back to challenging our body to move in every single direction. Never settle with yesterday.